Mum and Dad put me in nippers when I was like 5 and kind of just kept on going, made real good mates and carried on, started competing, and then all of a sudden it was like starting to compete at the top level.
Well, I grew up in Warrnambool and my parents moved me up here when I was 6, so the first thing they did was enroll me in nippers because the weather was just so good and they wanted me to have the skills to be able to survive in the surf, whether they sent me to the beach with my friends on my own and just know that I was safe.
I started in the sport from green caps. My parents always had me down the beach as a little grom. Just being at the beach growing up, once I was old enough they entered me straight to nippers, and until I've ever known basically just been at the beach and do nippers.
I got started in the sport when Dad and Mum threw me in the surf probably around the age of 6, and I've just loved it ever since.
I got into the sport because my family have been a part of Maroochydore and I'm a 3rd generation Massey in the Maroochydore Surf Club. So I basically followed them and they went through Maroochydore and started nippers, and then my parents did, and then I went through with all of my cousins and my sister.
What I enjoy most about competing is having a laugh with my friends and just coming down and giving everything I got during each event.
I think I enjoy, everyone coming together. You're not just racing out there for yourself, you're also racing out there in teams. And I think our sport is extremely special because it's one of the only sports where you have to actually give back and volunteer and do patrol. When you're out there training, you're not just training to be the best athlete, but you're also training to be the best person who can save a life. And I think that's extremely rare and extremely special.
It's always a different experience every single racing. Like every single weekend you always race with your mates. Teams is always a real fun one, and just pushing yourself to your limits.
Probably the friends that I make along the way. I've got so many great friends that I've made from other clubs, and I love going to carnivals and being able to see them and catch up again.
When I feel I'm in control of what's going on, it's hard to replicate it race to race, but when I strive to do that every race.
Leading into the whole week's like kind of just making sure your body's right, feeling good, and then on race day it's getting in the zone mentally and just ripping in.
I definitely struggle mentally with pressure competing at a high level, but I do things to work on it. Like I've had a sports psychologist, and breathing, I've worked a lot on that, and I find that calms me down as well.
Over the years it has changed a lot. When I was younger I didn't really have much of an idea of what worked well for me, but the surf calendar, when it comes out, it can be quite overwhelming because there is so many races. Just learned that over the years, take it one event at a time.
I manage the pressure of competing at a high level by, I think, always having a routine that I go to before races. I have a few specific stretches that I always do on the line. I always memorize my race before I do it and just make sure I'm in the zone.
Mentally and physically, I like to, get my mind away from what I'm racing, and physically just like to watch a couple of movies, relax and get ready for that big event coming up.
Living on the Sunshine Coast has probably made it a lot easier to be motivated to train. So being able to have the surf and the weather constantly in a good state is really nice.
So much, like the culture of the surf club's excellent. Like, there's so many people that you can lean on for opportunities for jobs, for work, and then also help through boarding wise, and there's just so many opportunities.
Its uniqueness is its lifestyle, like the lifestyle of living and breathing it every day, because you kind of have to be successful. You got to train morning, afternoon. So to have good weather, good surf, it allows you to do that.
Yeah, the sunny coast has been great for me for my sporting career. I think it's given me a lot of opportunities inside and out of sport, with jobs as well, and just the friendships I've grown on the sunny coast is just huge. And we've got a small but really strong friendships on the sunny coast, and I think we're just more impact with small numbers.
Especially in Maroochydore here, we have the roof mouth, so having that accessible to us every single training session is really rare, and it's something that we use all the time, and we get so many skills out of using that, and it's really tricky over there.
So anyone up and coming, I'd like to just say keep at it, enjoy the sport, because if you don't enjoy it and love it, it's really tough to turn up.
Don't take it too serious, just have fun, enjoy what you're doing, and results will start coming.
To never give up. I know it's extremely cliche, but at the end of the day, if you just keep rocking up to training and you keep working hard and, you have a genuine love for the sport, you're going to succeed no matter how long it takes. If you just keep hanging in there and never give up and keep fighting, you're going to get there. And I believe that everyone can do and achieve whatever dreams that they have.
I think some advice I'd give to upcoming athletes is, really just to soak in the atmosphere when you get down to race, and just enjoy hanging with your friends, down the beach. It's such a good community, and just having fun.
The advice that I would give to young up-and-coming athletes would be to stay consistent and to play around in the surf as much as you can, because that's how you gain those critical skills that you can use in those pretty much win or lose moments in races.
Come to Murphy's and support, please. It'd be amazing.